Hi, my name is Shannon Costello and I am a registered dietitian with Corporate Fitness Works. Today we're in my home kitchen and we are going to make some barbecue baked beans. Baked beans are a hearty side dish to any meal, but a great addition to barbecues and year-round gatherings. Traditionally, barbecued baked beans can have added sugars and unhealthy fats, but this recipe uses a variety of other ingredients to enhance the flavor and really create that richness. Typically, baked bean recipes will use all pinto beans, which are great on their own as a good source of fiber, plant-based protein, iron, potassium, magnesium, and way more. But I also like to add a variety of beans to my meal plan. So this recipe allows you to pair another type of bean with the traditional pinto, such as navy beans, great northern beans, or I'm using kidney beans. Mixing up your beans ensures you're getting a variety of those vitamins and minerals. And if you're ever curious as to those vitamins and minerals, you can always check the nutrition label and compare at the very bottom where you see the 4 different vitamins and minerals that are required on there. These baked beans also get a lot of flavor and nutrients from the added onions and the red pepper. We're going to caramelize these to release their natural sugars so that we can cut back on the added sugar, which you can either use brown sugar, coconut sugar, or even maple syrup as your added sweetener of choice. All the other ingredients act to create a great barbecue flavor by using tomato sauce. We have some low-sodium vegetable broth, a little bit of mustard. You can use Dijon, brown, spicy, your preference. And then of course we've got some chili powder and smoked paprika, your salt and pepper, and then some optional hot sauce. So go ahead and prep your ingredients. You'll want to dice up your onions and bell peppers. Of course, drain and thoroughly rinse your canned beans. Make sure you're ridding any excess sodium or residue from the cans. Measure out your liquids and your different spices. And then once all your ingredients are prepped, the active cooking steps take less than 10 minutes. And then you'll wait for the beans to simmer and thicken for just under an hour. So you can think of it like adding everything to a slow cooker and letting it do the work for you. Go ahead and bring a large pot or Dutch oven to medium-high heat, and we're going to add some cooking oil. I like to use extra virgin olive oil, and this will just be about a tablespoon, enough to coat the bottom of your pan. Filling the cap is about 1 tablespoon. So my heat's already on, and this oil should heat up quickly. Again, this is just enough to coat the pan because we're just trying to moisten, caramelize, and flavor up these onions and peppers. So we're going to toss these around, make sure they're well coated, and it'll just take about like 5 to 8 minutes. The longer that you saute them, the more they're caramelized and release those natural sugars. So if you want these to be a little sweeter and a little more tender, then you can cook them for a little longer. Okay, so you can see that my onions have turned like a translucent color and they're pretty soft. So I'm just gonna reduce my heat to about medium and then go ahead and add all of the beans and stir those together, mix them up with the onions and peppers, and then we'll just add the remaining ingredients. I always like to start with my spices because those will toast a little bit with the oils and the natural flavorings of our veggies. So I'll toss those in, and then you can just go ahead and start adding all your other ingredients, starting with the smallest quantities. So for example, I'm just going to start with about a cup of broth, but you can add up to 1.5 cups if you would like. Just kind of depends on the texture of your baked beans. Once these simmer, you'll get a thicker consistency here, so it's totally up to you. I just start with the least amount here. Once this comes to a low boil, we'll reduce it to a simmer, so it's just a little bubbly, and then we're gonna let it simmer for about 40 to 50 minutes, and that depends how much liquid you added and again what the consistency you would like these beans to be. Once they're simmering for a few minutes and the heat is a little lower, you can taste test and then add more liquid, more seasonings, extra hot sauce, a little more sugar, whatever you need to adjust the taste. It looks like my beans are ready to go. As you can see, the liquid has reduced and has gotten pretty thick, and these are looking delicious as well as smelling really good. So these are ready to go. You can serve them warm as a side dish or as the main treat here, and go ahead and store these in an airtight container in the refrigerator for up to 4 to 5 days, or you can store them in the freezer for about 1 to 2 months. Enjoy!